So I now work for Swarthmore College in the dining hall. I used to be a pastry chef at a restaurant, and now I am working in catering.
You're not a pastry chef at the restaurant?
No, I was, and I left. I left.
Oh, because you're fun coworker. Okay,
Yes,
yes.
because the chef who brought me in left, and everything changed. And I love the guy I'm working with now in catering. And what am I doing in catering? All the pastry. So
Nice.
it's actually more fun because he's like, it's so interesting about a lot of professional chefs. They hate pastry, they hate baking. So
Mhm.
he's like, "You can do that? Great, just do it." And I'll be like, "Hey, how about if I do this? How about if I do caramelized blah blah?" His favorite response is, "Knock yourself out. Knock yourself out." And I have like so just like today, I spent most of my time making these beautiful little key lime tarts, with lime
Mm.
sugar and sweetened chantilly cream and yeah, great. Because we have a thing for 40 people on Thursday, but I spent all day making these, which is so different than working in a restaurant where it's like, while you're doing that, you should be doing 5 other things, right? So, anyway, we, uh, we are about to move into, in 6 weeks, a $47 million building, a new dining hall, which is why I took this job, because what I really want to do is head the bakery. And part of
Mm.
what there's in this new building is this absolutely brand new, I mean, everything is brand new, everything.
Yeah.
And yes, I've been given the nod. I will be the person doing this. But anyway, um, we had a big meeting, once a year, 120 people there. And I stood up in front of everybody to say, because it was like, here's what's going to happen, and everything else. And I've been there for 4.5 months, and I noticed over time, I'd hear people say things like, oh, well, so and so, they got here on the short bus. You know what that means, right, Michael? Do they have a short bus
That's
in Canada?
offensive.
Yes, okay. Other times I hear people go, "Oh, I said something and he had a meltdown," or there's someone I know I work with who has dysgraphia and has trouble, with oral instructions. He needs to write things down, and then because he has trouble writing things down, he feels very, and people kind of, like, "Why are you writing that down? It's a simple instruction." And they laugh at him. And then I did witness we have some
Wait,
new,
you work somewhere where this happens?
what?
Where you work, this kind of stuff happens?
Well, we've got 120 people working. We've got 120 people working. Not all of them have gone to culinary school. Some of them have not gone to college. Some of them are, like they're the local people and, they got a job washing dishes
I work
or
with
what.
a lot of janitors who are, and I could not imagine most of them saying that.
Well, the
And
thing
I'm
is,
shocked that like people would say
but
stuff like that while at work.
the thing is, and this is why I had to stand up and say something. I've heard this, and I don't think you guys realize. And Sue has said this. She believes that making jokes and comments about neurodiverse people is like the last, quote, permissible prejudice because people don't know that they know somebody.
No, you
Like,
can still do fat people, apparently.
oh, okay.
Sorry, that was a bad joke.
Oh my God. Yeah, Tango, this is what you signed on for. I'm so sorry. We should have given you more of a disclaimer.
Oh boy.
No, what I'm saying is, I don't think so. I work with somebody. I know he's never going to listen to this podcast, so I can say this. I'm working with somebody who's slightly older than I am, and I've realized over the past 4.5 months he has a severe learning disability, and I think it has obviously affected him his entire life. And his approach to life has been to laugh at himself first before anybody else can make fun of him.
Mm.
So he's now like the butt of every joke, and I feel for him because he's a really sweet guy, but he struggles with things. And we got new coffee machines. And so the rep was showing people how to use the new coffee machines. And they went through it a couple of times. And he said, I'm sorry. He tried to repeat the instructions back and got them out of order. And two people in that group just said, oh my God, there he goes again. That's
I will
Mike.
destroy them.
There he is. He's always like that. And I was like, oh my God, can you not understand that this guy he's not doing this to make fun. He's not doing this. It's just like,
Human
what the
being.
fuck?
Why would you? Yeah.
You know? But they were like but see, their attitude was like, "Oh, Mike, he's that figure of fun, so he's just kinda making a joke." And I'm like, "No, look at his face. He's concerned because this is going to be his job. He's in charge of this, and he's afraid he's not gonna be able to do it. And you can't see that because 'cause you're looking at the clown."